do this. And if I think he's funny, you guys should smoke more weed, and you'll think he's funny too. But that being said, make a lot of noise and welcome to the stage the one, the only, incomparable Hilton Price!
Give it up for Corey Douglas for hosting this shindig. Oh man, Tulsa, Oklahoma, how the hell are you tonight? Me too, man. Me too. Is it bad? Is it bad that my favorite place to hang out, you know, to kick back and just smoke a bowl, is behind the wheel of my car? I feel like some people would frown upon that. Just wedge a knee under the wheel, turn up some tunes. Don't pick up your phone. Don't text and drive. That shit is dangerous. Smoke a bowl. I get paranoid. I'm assuming that every other driver is out to kill me. So the way I see it, I'm more safe. Oh man. I sort of wanted to go off book for tonight and do something a little bit different. I was just going to sort of chit-chat with you guys, and if that fails, I'll go into some material. But I figured at the end of it all, we'll talk about the time I got pulled over by Border Patrol in Arizona. With a shit ton of weed on me. It's a story of failure in many levels, but it's pretty funny. We went to San Diego for Comic-Con. We perfectly innocent reason. Comic-Con wasn't that funny. It was really cool. It was really cool, but it wasn't that funny. But while we were in California, this was in 2010, and they recently begun this new program where you could get marijuana for medical purposes. Not to get high, for medical purposes. And it also got you high. But that's not why you did it. You did it for your health, not for cartoons. Like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I used to get high for that cartoon. Did you guys watch that? It was just like it was a French fry and a milkshake and a meatball. It was the Munchies come to life. It's an awesome cartoon, but only if you were high. You ever seen the Triplets of Belleville? No? It's a French cartoon with no words, only music. It sounds amazing if you're high. But that's not why we went. But I'll tell you that story later. I figured just now we'd just sit and BS for a little bit. Is that okay? Is it cool if we go off track for a little bit tonight? You're not so sure. No, we want to do that material we hear so much about. So I almost didn't make it tonight. Almost cut myself shaving. Yeah. Well, luckily these pants are pretty dark. You can't see a thing. I think we'll be okay. So this month actually celebrates 6 years I've been doing stand-up comedy in Tulsa. It's sort of an anniversary month for me, or year for me. We clap for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If I had known 6 years ago, like if I go back in time 6 years ago and find me and say, in 6 years, you will be performing in a basement under a Mexican restaurant that you can't afford, I might have given up on this and gone to like real estate school or something. So if you have a time machine and money for real estate school, you might want to go back and help me out. Maybe I'll help you find that house you're looking for. I don't know. I came to comedy after a breakup. I was going through a breakup, and that's what brought me to comedy. I talk about the Cupcake Girl on stage a lot. Do you guys hear the Cupcake Girl story? And I'll tell you, not everyone in my life has been the amazing force of goodness that my wife has been. There's been a few idiots. This one girl was very dumb. She used to say to me, Hilton, whenever we fight, you can make it up to me by bringing me cupcakes. Yeah, cupcakes. I mean, it worked out. I was cheating on her with a girl that worked at a bakery. I got a discount. I was always prepared. But the Cupcake Girl didn't get me into comedy. The Knitting Girl got me into comedy. I dated a girl who would bring knitting projects to the bar with her. Like everyone else is drinking or watching the game or just bullshit, and then she's like working on a sweater. She was like in training to be a grandmother. She'd bring cookies, tell you look too thin. She was terrific. I had a buddy who I was into video games, I still am, and I had a buddy try to like defend me and be like, well, what would you say if Hilton brought his Game Boy to the bar and played that at the bar? And I was a little offended because I didn't have a Game Boy. I had a Nintendo DS. Had 2 screens, it was better. She didn't like that idea, though. She didn't like that idea. That's fine. It doesn't matter. I mean, we broke up. It's a relevant girl in my past. But I'm not going to lie, guys. I get a kick knowing that nowadays she goes to the bar and she sees everyone doing this. It's a hollow victory. And she wasn't that important. The breakup, it was one of those things where it wasn't like her that led me to comedy, but like breaking up, going through that reminded me of the things I felt I wasn't accomplishing in my life at the time, 6 years ago. You know, because we all do that. It's understandable. We all have those existential crises. You know, we feel like we have to go somewhere. We have to be going somewhere. Like at the very least, to the bank. To get money. Or away on a vacation. Or if that doesn't work, to the mall to buy stuff. It's just an existential hole. It's filling a hole. It's filling a hole. It's like an existential crisis is like spiritual nymphomania. You want to get fucked, but with meaning. And I get it. I just turned 35 on Wednesday, so middle of my 30s, the big year or whatever. No, don't clap for that. But no, that's a sad realization, 35, because that's when I realized that everyone I know, we're all in our mid-30s, and they're just going places. They're starting these wonderful new life adventures where they are spiraling into fucking oblivion. They're either starting a business or can't hold down a job at one. There's no in between. So. Y'all didn't laugh at that. Some of you are out of work. It's okay. Monday's going to be your day. Oh, shit. I don't know. Where was I going to take you on this journey next? Oh. I like doing comedy. I really love doing this. It's been a fun 6 years. I love all the different places we get to do this now. When I started doing comedy, we didn't have the Parlor. This amazing place. There's all kinds of great stand-up shows. And we do bar gigs now. There's a lot of great bar gigs in Tulsa. I like doing the bar gigs. It's a nice reminder that nobody knows who the fuck I am. Nobody. There's nothing that will just confirm your anonymity. Like, Woody's Corner Bar. How the hell are you tonight? There's a bar called Woody's. It's a really cool bar. It's not where my comedy future is. But it's been fun the past couple of years. I get to host burlesque. I host for Tulips Burlesque. I don't know, some of you guys. You can absolutely clap for them. That's the most amazing job. I can get away with that shit at a Tulip show because no one cares what I say. This stuff is so much harder because you guys are listening. At Tulips, I can say fucking anything, and as long as at the end I bring up a stripper, we're cool. Seriously, I can say anything in the world, like, ladies and gentlemen, fascism was the only way, Hitler was right, give it up for Bobby Pine! Yeah! A lot of shit. Never been to a Tulip show. I don't actually host a Tulip show. Patricia's, or Fun and Fantasy Meet, they host Tulips. It's just that fake cocks can't throw themselves. They find a way for a dildo to launch itself from the stage to the audience. I am out of a job. It is a nice study, though. You do find out like how much that holding a dildo increases your likability. Much more popular with Tulips. I got into burlesque in a weird way. I started hosting. I was. It was about a year in doing comedy. I was just about to start hosting the Looney Bin here in town, and I was approached by a friend at the bar, and she said, "Would you like to host Dr. Sketchy's Anti-Art School?" And as you can imagine, I said, what the fuck is that? And she said, it's nude modeling. Women performers will come and perform and then model in various states of undress. Would you like to host my nude modeling show? And I said, I think I would. And a year later, after moving into burlesque, I met the woman that would end up becoming my wife. It all happened so fast. I remember we were getting ready, we were rehearsing for a burlesque show. I was invited to do a full-on burlesque show to host. And there was this beautiful woman there, a performer I'd never met before. And she was going to do a number to a song from that French cartoon, The Triplets of Belleville. And I thought to myself, I bet she smokes.